Yo guys, what's up? So in this tutorial we will make our player despawn when he hits the enemy. So this is really not that hard. Let's go into the player controller, because that's where we will write the codes for the player to die. So it's the first time we will make another method, because we used to only use the update and the start methods, which are the default methods you get with Visual Studios if you open it with Unity. So let's make a new method. So you always need to add void at the beginning, and then we will say on collision enter. And so what this does is, you can read it right here. On collision enter is called when this collider has begun touching another rigid body or a collider. So basically when the player hits the enemy. Alright. What we need to do then is we just need to write destroy. Oh no, let's make an if statement. So I think this is the first time we see an if statement. So basically what an if statement is if the thing here in these two columns is true, then everything in here will be run. So let's say if the collider, if collision dot game object dot tag is equal to enemy, and I'll explain later, don't worry. We will destroy, and we will destroy our game objects. So what this will do, the destroy game object, is it will destroy the thing in here, and the thing in here is our game object, and the game object is basically the game object where the code, where the script is on, and the script is on the player, because it's a player controller script, so that's good. Now this thing here, collision.gameObject.tag, so we basically get the tag of the game object that collided with our player, and we check if it is enemy. And if it is enemy, if this is true, if it is enemy, it will destroy the player. Alright, so let's Ctrl S to save it. And now let's see. So let's see. Oh yeah, we need the enemy, and we need to give it a tag. So go here to tag and add a tag, and then press the plus button and name it enemy, and press save. Alright, once you've done that, go to enemy and go to tag again and select enemy tag. So as you can see now, the enemy prefab is tagged as enemy, so it's now tagged as an enemy. And also don't forget to give it a rigid body, because as we saw earlier in the as we saw earlier in the code, the destroy method needs a rigid body to destroy. I mean the collision thing needs a rigid body. So we need to give the enemy a rigid body, and we also need to give the player a rigid body. So let's also give the player a rigid body. Then another thing is here, if you go to constraints, we don't want our player to move forward, so we don't want them to move in this direction, in the Z direction. So let's freeze the Z, and let's also freeze the rotation on all. And we also don't want them to move up and down, so let's freeze the Y. We only want them to move on the X axis. Right, then the enemy. So we want our enemy to move forward, so the Z is good. We don't want the enemy to rotate, so let's select that. And then the position, what do we freeze? Yeah, we don't want him to go sideways, and we don't want him to go up or down. Alright, let's run our game and see if it works. So the enemy is coming, we dodge it. Again, nothing happens. Cool, cool. Let's run again and see what happens when we hit the enemy. And there we go. The player is destroyed. We died. Alright, that's it. In the next tutorial, we will be making an enemy spawner that makes more than one enemy. And thanks for watching, guys. Press the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell button. Bye, guys.